Eric B's Daily Vlogs.
With everything that's going on, it's still nice to get outside every now and then. Presidio closed the street right here where I normally park. So I had to park across the street right in front of that truck that says "We Deliver." But today, I'm going to continue on this whole pandemic, things being rushed to be open. And if you follow me on my podcast, tomorrow's topic, I'm going to talk about Disneyland. Let's get this started.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome everyone, it's my daily vlog channel, Eric B's Daily Vlogs. I have one of these masks that I can just pull up and down like that, because the one I have in my pocket, it's cool to have, but I can't keep it around my neck like this one can. It's one of these face shields. It does the job. It's not hospital grade, but it does the job. But today, I'm going to talk about Disneyland. And since I can't be in Disneyland, the next best thing, the Walt Disney Museum. And yes, I am podcasting and I'm loving the podcast. We'll touch on that towards the end. But here, let's talk about Disneyland and how they're getting ready to open, and I don't think they should. Let's go check this out. Let's go. Let's go. Now, with everything that's going on in the world, pandemic, nation divided because of racism, a lot of companies are trying really hard to bring the economy back up, to get things open, to get things back to some kind of normality. And Disney is being one of them. They're trying to open up, get their lands, their worlds, Disneyland, Disney World, trying to get them open, trying to get them ready for visitors. I think they have a July 13th date. Oh, gust of wind just came my direction. So they got their July 13th date that they're trying to open up. And Disney World already opened up their Disney Springs, which is our version of downtown Disney. They had opened it up. They had some issues with when it first opened. You are required to wear a mask. But now the big question is, how are they going to open, and what do they have implemented when it comes to opening the theme park itself? The reason why I ask is because I'm supposed to be headed over to Disneyland July. July is the week that I spend 3 to 4 days in Disneyland. My birthday week, I usually spend time there. So Disneyland decided they're going to do a reservation only type thing for Disneyland, meaning you have to make reservations before you can go to the park. And reservations being that even though we're season pass holders, it's not going to be valid. So it means that I can't go to Disneyland, spend a couple hours there, then jump over to DCA. It's not going to work that way. That's what they're saying. It's not going to work that way. What they're saying is you got to make a reservation for one park for one day. So most likely a lot of people is going to end up wanting to go to Disneyland and make the reservations for Disneyland. That's what most likely is going to happen. But you can practically do Disneyland in a day. I mean, we've done it in a day, so we probably could do it in a day if we did. But my question is, and I brought this out on my podcast yesterday, how are they going to get things moving forward? How are they going to get things cleaned in time for the next rider to get on the ride? I did throw this topic, I threw this out. So give it for instance, you're on the Pirates of the Caribbean And you know how the Pirates of the Caribbean, they have 50 boats, maybe. I would say 50 boats going on at one time, maybe even less. I don't know. Don't quote me on the number. So let's say they have 50 boats going. They have guests, and the rumor that they're saying, or the story that they're saying, is they're only going to allow family members on a boat. So no more getting on with strangers, no more sitting with strangers, and that's most likely how it's going to be for all the rides. So if you're a group of 4, if you're a group of 5, you're fine. You can get on that. But how are they going to clean it? So what are they going to do? Pirates is, for instance, that I like to use because of the way it flows. If you've gone on Pirates before, you know the flow of Pirates. You wait in line, the boat comes, the people get off the boat, then you get on the boat. So are they going to skip one boat? Or I think they should skip one boat, clean that boat off, let it dry, let it do all the stuff you got to do, put the next group, the next family, and the boat behind it, and then go from there. So skip every other boat. Maybe skip every other 2 boats, maybe skip every other 1 boat. And that's how it should be for all the rides, I think. Disney Shanghai, Disney Hong Kong already opened up, and there was a couple of issues, I guess, when they first opened up. First of all, it was trying to keep people 6 feet apart, trying to keep people distant, trying to keep people, away from other people. That was what I heard the issues were over there in those 2 Asian Disneys. Having to police people wearing masks is one of the hard things too that people got to do. And with them doing a reservation system here in our Disneyland and our Disney World, they can keep the number of people from going. And from what I heard, and again, these are all rumors, speculations. From what I heard is they're gonna do it season pass holders first. So if you're a season pass holder in Disneyland and Disney World, you'll probably get priority first. When it comes to the reservation system, they haven't put out the reservation time yet or the reservation date. And when that happens, how are they going to keep the number down? Disneyland is already a stressful place to go to. If you ever planned a trip to Disneyland or even went to Disneyland, you know what I'm talking about it being stressful. For us, it takes about 6 hours to drive from San Francisco to Anaheim, maybe a little bit longer, 6, 7. So you got that. Now you got to go check in the hotel, and you got to make sure that the rooms are clean. You got to find a hotel that you trust, that the rooms are clean, that you can actually say, yes, I'm using this hotel. This hotel is where I want to stay. I trust the people in this hotel. So you got to put that all in your head. Now you got to make your way to Disneyland. You got to get in line. I'm sure there's going to be a line. There's always a line at Disneyland, always. So I'm sure there's going to be a line. And between the 2 parks, when they do decide to open, again, I have a feeling Disneyland's going to be busier than California Adventure, just because of the Star Wars ride, the Rise of the Resistance. Remember, that just opened up. That just opened up this year, 2020. And I'm fortunate enough to actually get on it before this whole pandemic hit. So there's certain people who still weren't able to get on that ride. So most likely you're going to see people going to Disneyland, flocking to Disneyland. So if they're going to try to keep the number down, how are they going to keep the number down? How are they going to keep the number down from lands to lands? Are they going to have somebody policing you, making sure your mask is on, making sure you have a mask with you? I just read the other day, Florida, the rise of the virus has gone up. It's gone up. So workers in the Disney World location are doing an online petition to stop Disney from opening up. Just yet. And I totally agree with those workers 100%. I do. You guys know I'm a healthcare worker. I work in healthcare. I didn't have a shelter in place. I had to come to work every day, exposing myself. You know, we we were safe. We had masks, hospital grade masks, not this cloth mask that I'm wearing. Hospital grade masks. We kept ourselves safe. But still in the back of your head, you ask yourself, I wonder if this next person that comes in is going to have the virus. And it drains you. You go home, you gives yourself anxiety. So, and I was seeing 10 to 15 patients maybe a day. Now you imagine Disneyland. You're that one coworker that you're seeing thousands. It's not going to be in the millions. It's most likely going to be in the thousands. Thousands. And now you have to start asking yourself, out of those thousands, how many has the virus and don't know they have the virus? Or how many has the virus, knows they have the virus, and don't care because they want to go to Disneyland? You got to start thinking that. You got to start asking yourself that. How many of you guys is going to want to risk your health because you want to take a trip to the Magic Kingdom? The last time I came here, there was tables and chairs all around here. Now, nothing. Nothing. They removed it. There's one table left over in the distance over there. But you still have the sign. Open daily except every Tuesday, January 1st and Thanksgiving. But then you have the coronavirus sign that states visit waltdisney.org for information, email tickets. But the big wording right there, the museum is closed. So when you have a museum like this that probably can accommodate 20 to 30 people at a time, that's still closed because of this COVID-19 coronavirus, how do you think it's going to be when you have a theme park that can accommodate 1 million people? Most likely it's not going to be 1 million people that's there. Most likely it's going to be, again, in the thousands. But what's going to happen? How is that going to work out for Disneyland? And there's some of you guys out there who was like ready to just drop everything, and as soon as Disneyland opens, you're ready to go in and say, I'm ready to go to Disneyland. I don't care about the coronavirus. I don't care about COVID-19. I am ready to go. You're being selfish. You're being really selfish, because this virus is more serious than you being ready to go. This virus is more serious than you saying, I'm ready to drive down Highway 5 or however way you get down there from the Bay Area. Being selfish. Trust me, when I found out it was going to open up July, I looked on the website, I looked at everything, and the consequences outweighs everything else. It outweighs everything else. Yes, I can go to Disneyland. Yes, I can come home and not get the virus. But what if someone there, while I'm there, tests positive of the virus? What if that happens? You know, you hear about these measles outbreak, meningitis outbreak that happens in Disneyland. Then they got to backtrack everywhere that this person went. This person was at this Starbucks. This person was at this location at this time. So if you were there around this time, get yourself checked out. What if that happens? What if something like that happens while I'm there? I'm not ready for that. I'm not. This is a topic that I'm definitely going to talk about in my podcast. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to talk about how I don't think Disneyland should be ready, or not even should be ready. I don't even think Disneyland is ready. Disneyland is not ready to open up and say, everybody come have fun. Everybody, let's do this. Because in the back of my head, the back of everyone else's head, there's a possibility if I don't have it, the person who's standing 6 feet behind me, the person who's standing 6 feet ahead of me, to my left, to my right, or to my left, to my right, can't even tell the difference. What's the chances of them giving it to me? Okay, maybe they won't give it to me. What if they give it to a family member of mine? Now I gotta do a 6-hour drive back to San Francisco, not knowing someone in my car got the coronavirus because we were waiting in Peter Pan for 45 minutes. So those are my concerns when it comes to them trying to reopen Disneyland. That's a big concern. It's a big concern to me, and I'm pretty sure there's a big concern to a lot of people. And Los Angeles County, the biggest county in California that has the highest number of coronavirus cases. So Los Angeles County, Anaheim is in Los Angeles County. Anaheim alone, I think, doesn't have as many cases as downtown Los Angeles. I think that's the last time I read the Johns Hopkins website. But it's still there. It's still there. And if you guys have been watching some of my vlogs, you've been, again, the 2 podcasts that I put out, and there's going to be more. I'm more for let's get a virus, let's get a cure before we go out and let's go have fun. That's more me. That's what I want to happen first. Yes, I do want Disneyland to open. Yes, I do want us to go have fun. Yes, I do miss downtown Disney. I do miss driving down 5. I miss all that. And since we've been season pass holders, we've been going there all the time. I haven't missed a birthday weekend or week since we've been season pass holders. But this year we're gonna have to miss it because I am not gonna risk my life. I'm not gonna risk the health of anybody in my family and maybe even people I don't know. I'm not gonna risk their lives either. That's just me. So for now, this is the closest I'll get to any Disney property. And this property is closed as well. I was gonna go to the mall and go check out the Disney store, but the mall that I like to go to, which is Ceremony, that has a Disney store, someone there just got tested positive for the coronavirus. And this is what I'm saying. They're rushing to open up America. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's vlog. Just a little topic that, to me, I think a lot of people should take a little more serious. And, you know, I get comments down below. People are saying, yes, you're only taking it serious because you're a healthcare worker. Even if I wasn't a healthcare worker, even if I didn't work in the health field, I would take this a little more serious. I would. The only way our economy can get better, the only way we can start reopening in a safe way is a cure, a vaccine. That's the only way. I did a podcast today about MLB, how are they going to figure this whole thing out? You guys saw my vlog about the NBA, how they're going to figure this whole thing out. How? It takes one person to get the virus to spread it to everyone else. And just because you had it one time doesn't mean you're immune to it. Still a possibility you can still get it. Still a possibility it's still in your system that you can still give it out to someone. There's still that possibility. So I am not going to Disneyland anytime soon, especially not this year. Dr. Fauci announced that there's possibility of a vaccine late 2020, early 2021. So until then, till I get that injection in my arm and I feel how numb my arm's gonna get, because that's usually how you feel after you get an injection, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay here. Maybe take a trip here and there, go drive around here and there, but no 1,000 people at one time. No Disneyland. No Disneyland adventure this year. I did one in February. Got on Rise of the Resistance. I'll leave links to that video down below. So if you guys want to go to Disneyland and ride Rise of the Resistance, but you can't because it's closed, check out the link down below. I'll leave that linked to the Rise of the Resistance down below. Also, check out my podcast. I am podcasting, and I'm surprised how much I enjoy it. It's so much different than having to look at a camera and making sure everything's focused. The only thing here is you got to make sure your sound quality is good. My sound quality is okay. It's not the best. It's not studio sound, but it gets the job done. You can hear my podcast, so I am happy with that. No adventure today, just a little rant. I like to rant every now and then. I apologize for you new subscribers. I like to rant every now and then. And I'm going to say it again, until there's a cure, until there's a vaccine, just enjoy being home. Wear your mask, 6 feet apart, wash your hands. Here from the Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco, the Presidio. Thanks for watching, guys. Vlog's ended. Go in peace. Every time I stand here, I always think I'm standing crooked. Always think I'm standing sideways. But we're just on an uphill. And the building, I hope it's leveled.
I made this.